Hi there and welcome back to Eschalon, Book 1. I'm Byron and I have seen a barrel down here. Oh, I can't go through here. Okay, we will do this later. You are the guard, right? Yeah. And you are? Too far away to speak. Standing in this small church is a fair man of slight build, bathed in colored light streaming through the stained glass windows. Incense wafts through the air, creating a pleasant hazy aura. Welcome to the Bethel of the Green Moon, weary traveler, my name is Father Michael. Here at the Bethel we can heal your wounds and restore your soul for a small donation, of course. Can you answer some questions for me, Father? My child, if you are seeking answers to your spiritual questions, you only need to look inside yourself first. Then pray. Only after hours and hours of prayer and meditation you will find what you are seeking. That's not what I really want. Then you should rid yourself of your material possessions. They will bring you nothing but misery. The true path to enlightenment is through temperance and humility. I remind you that the church always accepts donations. Well, fucker, you're not gonna get my stuff. I was hoping the Bethel would have some work for me. The Bethel always has work for people wishing to serve the will of Luna. Although you don't earn gold for doing these jobs, you earn honor, which is much more valuable. I've been told of a destitute man living west of the Salted Coast region, which is a coastal area south of here. He has contracted flesh rot and is in need of healing. The Bethel has a very rare potion of absolute restoration that needs to be delivered to him so that he can be rid of his debilitating illness, but unfortunately the Salted Coast area has become very dangerous and no one has been able to complete this task. Remember, if you accept this mission, you will receive no financial payment for your efforts. This will be an act of pure selflessness on your behalf. Are you willing to perform this task for the Bethel? Okay, I will perform this task for you. Wonderful! You may retrieve the potion from the chest here in the Bethel. Remember, you must be very careful in the Salted Coast region. Since the war began, the Commander of God withdrew from the area and it has fallen under control by pirates, thugs, and cut purses. War? Yes, you don't know about this war with the Rakur? Maybe you had better talk to Eleanor, Adriel's council head, about that. And don't forget the potion on your way out. Fucker. Potion of absolute restoration. Fine, we take that. Anyway, moving on. What do we have here? Old's Roost Tavern. Hail, welcome to the Old's Roost Tavern. I'm Porter, the owner. Have a seat. What can I get for you? What's the news, barkeep? Not much news makes it out this way anymore, Porter says, tossing the wash rag over his shoulder. In fact, I was kinda hoping maybe you had some news for us, you know, with you being from out of town and all. I seem to have lost my memory, so even if I had news to tell you, I would have forgotten it. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Why don't you have a drink or stay for the night here on the Old's Roost? I might also recommend that you talk to Father Michael over at the Bethel. Perhaps you're suffering from an injury that he can help you with. So what can I get for you? What's with the sulking man over at the table? Oh, him? His name is Garrett. Poor guy came in here a month ago and hasn't left. He was a navigator on a ship that was attacked and sank south of Thermore. As far as he can tell, he's the only one who made it off the ship alive. He's still in shock about it. He just sits here day and night, drinking to forget, I guess. Fascinating. So, I want that map. And I'm gonna sell you a history of Thermore. Fine, you take that. And I'm gonna sell you the Holy Tusk. What? As you can see, this book has a value of 5, but he only gives me 2 gold. And if I want to buy it back, I have to pay 10. So yeah, they charge twice and only give you half. You could correct that with a mercantile skill, if you want to put points into that. I don't really want to. Lockpicks. Oh no, let's keep them. Okay, that's pretty much it. So, would you mind if I walked in here, closed the door, and took whatever's in here? Thank you. Out of my way, fucker. You see a man who reeks of old whiskey and looks as if he has not bathed in days. He's staring at the floor. The tavern owner told me what happened to you. Garrett looks up at you, his eyes glazed over and whiskey dripping off his chin. I know what you're going through. I awoke with no memory of my past or even who I am. I've lost everything as well. Garrett looks at you for a moment and speaks with a gritty voice. Yeah? Well, I'm sorry for your troubles, but that ship and crew were my life. I have nothing without them. Now I'm stranded here in this damn village with no way to return home. All I know how to do is navigate and chart maps. I have no other skills, so there's no work for me here. To add to my sorrow, I lost my father's sextant in the shipwreck. It was an antique that his father gave to him and he to me. It was a priceless family heirloom. If it's not at the bottom of the sea, then it's most certain in the hands of the thieves that control the salted coast area. Either way, it's lost forever. You decide to look for Garrett's sextant. We have another quest. So, open the door and get out. Fine, I take that gold. You see a frail-looking man who has seen the passing of many years. Hey, what are you doing here? You can't just barge into someone's house without being invited. I suggest you turn and leave before I teach you a lesson in manners you won't soon forget. The old man picks up a nearby broken table leg as if he intends to use it as a club. I am looking for a man named Madok. Are you him by any chance? Why yes, that is me. 300 XP, yay. The old man looks you up and down for just a moment as if he might recognize you. Hey, I believe I'm expecting you. Your name is Byron, isn't it? I have something for you. Yes, I'm glad I have found you. I was given a strange note and I was told that I needed to locate you. I hope you can make sense of this confusion. I don't know if I can help you with your confusion, but I do have a letter and some gold that I was told to hold for you. I've kept it in the chest over there. You can fetch it yourself. I appreciate that you've kept these items secure for me. Who asked you to do this? Who? Well, I don't really know. I try not to get too involved with other people's business. Years ago I was a courier for Lord Archibald, so people have always just entrusted me with important matters. A gentleman came to town a while back and paid me to do this job for him. To hold on to these items was someone with your name fitting your description. He wore a mask and I wasn't able to see his face. I didn't ask who he was or why he needed this done. It's a courier's code not to ask questions. Okay, what has happened to this land? You're not from around here, eh? Well, we're at war with the Orakur, of course. Orakur? Yes, the Orakur, those thieving creatures that live underground. They can't be trusted. If you ask me, our forefathers should have wiped them out when they first arrived. Then we wouldn't be in this mess. I'm glad the current Chancellor has the fortitude to stand up to them and make them pay for their crimes. Madok grabs the back of his neck with his dirty hand. Hey, I'm just a tired old man, and I don't really follow any of this political nonsense anyway. If you want to know more about it, you're going to have to ask someone else. Eleanor at the council house knows a lot about this subject. Where am I exactly? You don't know where you are? Well, you're in the village of Aridell in the parish's regions of Thermore. Son, did you just fall off a boat? Yes, you're in Thermore. If you are really this lost, then you need to find yourself a map. I'd give you mine if I had one. Do you know any... Wait, what did I do? Oh, Thermore, okay. Do you know of any work around here? I don't know much about the comings and goings in this village because I pretty much keep to myself, but I'd be glad to... No, hello, work. You're just going to have to ask around, Madok says, as if annoyed by your questions. But I'm telling you, there's not much in the way of jobs around here, especially for some stranger new in town. Okay. First of all, close the fucking door. A sealed note, fine. And the question is, can I take what's in here, or would that annoy you? Ah, he witnessed me commit a crime. That is no option, apparently. So, a sealed note, what does it say? Byron, if you have made it safely to Aridell and found Madok. I could not risk leaving this document with you due to the sensitivity of the information I'm about to disclose. I was unsure how long you'd be unconscious, and I couldn't risk having this document end up in the wrong hands. Madok is a simple man who has lived in this village most of his life, and I knew he'd be a trustworthy caretaker of this parcel I left for you. Use the gold to buy supplies for yourself, whatever you need to secure your safety and well-being. I wish I could have left you more, but it was all I had. I'm sure you are wondering who I am. My identity will be revealed in time, but for now you should simply trust me. Whether you decide to or not is your choice. Now about yourself. You are part of something very big, an event that has affected this entire region. For your safety you were placed into hiding and your memory was erased with a special serum. The name you think you remember, Byron, was imprinted in your mind. I will not reveal your true name because of the danger it will bring you. So you should continue to live by the name of Byron. It would be wise for you not to draw attention to yourself by asking too many questions about your past. Your true identity can be revealed to you, but only if you are willing to accept the risk that accompanies it. You must decide for yourself whether to seek the truth or simply become Byron and settle into this new life. If you choose the path of truth, it will be a hard and dangerous journey. And so, if the truth is what you seek, you need to start by retrieving an amulet that belongs to you. Before your memory was taken, you requested that I secure a special amulet for you. I did so by slipping it into the coffin of a recently deceased aristocrat named Adler Keldam. Adler actually is German and means eagle. He is interred in a vault in East Eversleep Cemetery in the North Parish region. I knew his casket would be a secure place to hide the amulet. The problem is now retrieving it. The door to the crypt is locked tight. Smashing the door down or picking the lock might be an option, but it may be easiest to just get the key. The cemetery director, Loirik, lives a bit north of Aridell and he has the key. I am confident you can figure out a way to get it from him. Once you retrieve your amulet from the crypt, take it to a woman named Lilith who lives in Tanglevy Forest. Look for her house in the heart of the woods. She will tell you what she knows of this amulet and set you on the right path. Finally, you must use this time to rebuild your strength, stamina and knowledge. You were once very proficient in many skills, which the serum has caused you to forget. Only through experience and practice will you be able to reacquire these skills you have lost. It's the only way you'll be safe. E. But then again, why did you take my mind away, my spirit and my skills? Apparently I was a strong motherfucker, so what was the problem there? No. Nobody seems to care whether I bash open that barrel. And it's empty anyway. So that's the thing. So they cleared my mind. That green leaf. Erased my mind. Edward, loving father, helpful friend. Neither helped him in the end. Oh, that's bad. And now I should become as powerful as I was before, but then again, if I was that powerful before, why didn't I solve the problem? Wait for me here, dear. Rachel. Beauty in our bones, hollow and alone. My dead brother, thank you, mother. Leo, victim of blister pox. Okay. Boom. And we got a few more reagents. Move out. Cool flowers. You take a drink of the refreshing water, but apparently it does not heal me. A slender pale woman stands before you in the middle of a magic shop. The smells of herbs and sulfur and many other magical components hang in the air. She sees you as you enter the shop. Hail, welcome to the Grand Magics Emporium. I'm Abigail, proprietor of this shop of magics and magical supplies. Can I show you something from my current inventory? I'm not from around here. Can you tell me anything about this area? Abigail sighs as she shakes her head, seeming almost frustrated by your question. There's not much to tell you, really. The conflict with the Rock has left this region in a state of chaos. Our little village of Aridell is really the last settlement still standing in eastern Thermor. The other settlements are gone and most people have fled north or west before Grimhold fell. Out here so far from the capital we know very little about what's really going on. Please, can you tell me more about this conflict? I'm sorry, I don't really know much about it other than it has to do with the theft of a gemstone. I personally think it is absurd that so many lives have been lost over such a trivial matter. This war is about nothing more than the pride of the Chancellor. If you really want to know more about it, you should go speak to our council head Eleanor Mistelpine, though I suspect she'll just give you the patriotic speech she gives everyone. You mentioned a place called Grimhold. What is that? Grimhold is an old fortress which lies just a short walk west of here. It once served as a gateway between this area and western Thermor, cutting a swath through the thickest of the Tangletree forest. It also bridges the eastern gap, a huge rift cut into the ground that lies in the center of the forest. After the conflict began, the Commonwealth guards who held Grimhold were called to service by the Chancellor. Soon after their departure, the goblins overran and took control of the fortress. It fell just like Elder Hallows southwest of here. Goblins? Yes, vile creatures those goblins are. In the past they've posed little threat to us humans, but with our resources spread thin and our attention focused on the conflict with the Orakur, they've taken advantage of the situation and now run amok. In my opinion, their taking of Grimhold is just the start. If the Chancellor doesn't change his war plan, they are going to become a bigger threat than the Orakur. Abigail pauses and takes a deep breath, aware that she has upset herself. Grimhild is now unsafe and probably not even passable. If you absolutely must travel west, you should take the northern pass. Unfortunately, this is a much longer journey and probably just as dangerous, but I guess it's safer than trying to go around Tangletree Forest to the south. The southern route is plagued with bandits. What are these Orakur? No one knows really. They are called underfolk, beings that live in perpetual darkness on the ground and have inhabited this region far longer than us humans have. Practically everything I have ever heard about them come from legends and wives' tales. Before this war, most people thought of the Orakur as nothing more than spooky creatures that were told to children in bedtime stories. Whatever they are, they must be fierce warriors. The Chancellor has called every guard from Eastern Thermor into service, leaving us here to defend ourselves. Thank you for taking your time to chat with me. I'm looking for work. Do you have anything for me? Abigail scratches her head for a moment. No, I don't need any help around the store. However, I'm looking for a special book called Secrets of Transference Secrets. I would certainly pay you full value for that book if you ever found a copy and returned it to me. Sure, I'll keep my eyes out for it. Okay, and what do you sell actually? So, I'm gonna sell you... I'm gonna sell you the copper ring. I'm not gonna sell my reagents. Unknown potions. What do you have spell-wise? Bless is useless for me. Cat's Eye. Divine Heal. I want a Divine Heal, of course. A healing spell is always good to have. Or could I even cast it at level 4? No. So I have 2 spells now, Fire Dart and Heal. Very good. The Wayward Blacksmith. Careful, close the door because he tends to leave the area. You see a tired-looking man covered in soot standing in the middle of the blacksmith shop. Hail, my name is Farwick, owner of this metalworks shop. Can I show you something from my current stock? Actually, I was hoping you might have some work for me. I'm a bit short on gold. Looking for work, eh? Sure, I have something for you. I used to own a house in Elder Hollow before the village was attacked and we were forced to leave. Beneath my house I had a wine cellar where I kept some of the precious metals I use in my smithing work. When I fled the village I took with me all I could, but I left behind a single bar of mithril that was hidden deep inside a cellar. Now it's far too dangerous for me to try to recover the mithril myself, and it's too valuable to just leave it down there for thieves to eventually take. If you could recover this bar of mithril for me, I'd pay you a reward worth the face value of the raw metal. Before you agree, let me warn you, this is no ordinary wine cellar. I filled it with traps designed to keep thieves away, and by now I'm sure there are things more dangerous than traps down there. It won't be a simple task. So what do you say? Are you up for an adventure? Sounds like a good time to me. I'll do it. Excellent. I look forward to your return with the mithril. Well, luckily I already have it. I have your bar of mithril. Thank you very much. I had my doubts that you'd be able to retrieve it, but I was wrong. Farwick opens a chest behind him and pulls out a hefty pouch of gold. This bar of mithril is valued at 375 gold, so I'll give you full price for it. You deserve it. Much appreciated. So, what else? I'm gonna sell you that. I'm gonna sell you that. That. As you can see, he has a certain amount of money, and I guess when he runs out of money, well, can't sell him anything anymore. So, I'd really like to have... this is expensive as fuck. Okay, let's buy an iron short sword. That's not that expensive. Oh, I can sell that, of course. So at least I have now a weapon that I'm proficient with. Very nice. So would you mind if I took that stuff? That was the wrong spell. Anyway. Didn't I pick up a dagger? Thank you. You have to be careful. If you're in the house, the door doesn't automatically close, and he tends to leave the house then. And then I'm afraid that he will actually leave the city, the town, and get killed by monsters or something. Yeah. Not good. Not good. So we need to rest. As you can see, mana regenerates faster now, but it still takes a while. And just bought a sword so that I can have a weapon that I'm proficient with, just in case I have to get my hands dirty. Close the thing. Anyway. What? Point blank casting? Are you nuts? You because of the smith is in my way or what? That's weird. But he's not hostile. I thought it only was, you know, in this rule was in effect when I'm facing hostile creatures. Anyway, we need to rest again. No, one more please. Thank you. Close the fucking door. So, the next try should be enough. So that's the problem with shields, since you always have to carry a torch in your hand, unless you use a magical way to generate light. Shields are pretty much useless. It's dark again. Ha, he replaced the torch. How nice is that? I have an endless supply of torches. Oh, he doesn't worry about me taking it. Good. I'm gonna sell this back to you, because this is how I roll. I could also... Oh, I forgot to sell the gems. Okay. Oh wait, there's this lever now. What does it do? I don't really know. That's strange. Okay. A few more gold coins won't hurt. Okay, so I guess we will rest now when the sun rises again. Oh really, who wants some? You. You're the only... No, there's another one. Goodbye. Thank you. Okay, so we will call it a video now and continue in the next one. So thank you very much for watching and see you soon. Bye.